Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Talk with Mongo. Just wanted to start with the monthly count or monthly time frame here for Bitcoin. I have Binance pulled up. We are pushing. I wanted to point out the fact we have the wicks again. So let me delete stuff off of here, and you can see nicely. So I pointed out in the last video that you can see the wicks and the amount of buy pressure coming up from underneath, which is eventually going to put us into a trigger wave. So it's essentially a falling wedge, broadening wedge, and or a bull flag, no matter how you look at it. It's much more noticeable here on the monthly. And I also like to pull out the line graph here for you as well. And you can see exactly that. It's a bull flag. So, sorry, I'll turn my alarm off. You can see there. And what I like with the line graph, again, if you haven't noticed, is the line graph is just closes. So kind of gives you daily closes. So depends on how you want to draw this, but basically you could do a conservative one from the bottom here to the top, and then do a breakout target with dragging this to where you think it's going to break out. Excuse me, I think somewhere in the end of the month. That's got a much more absurd one of 160. The broadening wedge has a breakout of like 83 to 93 based on how you draw it. But see, if I turn on the candles again, you'll get an idea. So it just goes from candle body closes and gives you an average. So that is that. Not much has changed the last time I talked about it. This is an accumulation phase. Let me turn this off 1 second. Excuse me. Drop down to the weekly here. Any trends we can see? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 weeks up, 1 week down, 1 week kind of doji. It's not really, just consolidation pattern. Jump into the 3-day. As you guys know, overall I'm bullish, so I'm not really too upset. I don't see much on the market Cipher B. We're starting to reclaim some levels here. This is the, before I misquote myself, the 100 EMA we've reclaimed. 200's down here. Zoom into the 2-day. That's the 1-day, excuse me. 1 day's got a trigger wave. It's got 5 hours to confirm for a green dot. Market Cipher B. Excuse me. Let's see, 6 hour. So 6 hours playing out well. So this looks like we're going to do another inverse head and shoulders, but this time we'll hold and break out. I'll get in my breakout targets here in a second locally, but you can have another shoulder, you have the head again, and potentially if you get back above this neckline here, 57 and as much as 58 to 59, come back down, retest this VWAP area down here for the weekly. You have your inverse head and shoulders, and if that did play out, I'm not saying it will, but let's say this higher one plays out, draw down at the bottom. We'll make that about as straight as possible. Draw back up to the top. Excuse me. You have a breakout target of roughly 64,000. Now, keep in mind, this could play out for another week before we have anything like that. Everyone is in bear mode. They're in disbelief, and they can't believe this is it, and this is the end of their lives. So, which makes me even more bullish how bearish Twitter has been, or X. I have a hard time calling it Twitter or X, not Twitter. Higher low put in, lower high. So the first time we've had that in a while. So let's see, this one dumped down. So this was positive. Came down and tagged 52.5 basically. 4 hour has money flow curving up. I do expect us to come up here and get rejected at the previous week open, which is at 57.3. And that'll also give us a break in market structure internally, continuing on the bigger time frames. Zoom in a little bit more. I like what I see. We're back above the monthly VWAP, which is bullish. I mean, this candle here was a big one. So that was a great entry here. I'll get into it in a second. I missed that due to work, but it was a great. I'll show you in the 2 minute. It was a wonderful bounce on the several different EMAs. 30 minute. Getting a rejection / slowdown where we should, but we're also reclaiming levels. So battling to get back over the hold the monthly VWAP. Previous week EQ is right in here. So this is like a bull flag, so we have a continuation up. Also, you've got 140,000 Bitcoin in shorts here on Binance. So something to pay attention to. And above that, 24,000 Bitcoin in shorts. Or liquidity levels to grab. 12 minute. I did do some scalp shorts, but it's so choppy, I've just stopped. Five minute. Yeah, either this is going to be a bull flag or it's going to be a Bart Simpson and come back down. So I wouldn't mind it actually coming back down and confirm this breakout. Kind of retesting this level here. The 5 minute breaker level I've got here at 55,550. It's a bunch of fives. But so far you can see this purple line here I have highlighted is the monthly VWAP, and we're holding it well. Drop it in that 3 minute time frame. Money flow is trying to leave, but it's choppy. We'll call this the range from here to here. Yeah. So we're really ping-ponging at the moment, not to be seen which direction we're going. He jumped down to the 2 minute, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me take a look at this real quick for you guys. Yeah, the 800. So the 800 on the 2 minute was like perfect support. As you can see, every single time it touched, it bounced. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, roughly a dozen times. And then I would have gotten in here, but I was stuck doing work stuff. And I almost got in here, but I didn't. And then I got in here and I got stopped out. So look at that run. It was nice. So sometimes being too conservative with your stop losses hurts you. So that's what happened here. But with work and stuff, I didn't really know what was going to happen. That would have been a lovely 200% move on 100x leverage. But you really couldn't beat that and split it a 3.5%, 3% move the entire way up. Yeah, 3.4. So currently sitting at about a 3%, just under a 3% move. All coins are going crazy, by the way. I think going absolute bananas. So I don't know. At the moment, I feel like this is consolidation for a push higher. Or it's just consolidation for a push lower. I don't know yet. I haven't really had time to look at the actual data, but you got a lot of big shorts all throughout here. But also, I almost feel like they are filling shorts versus longs. And on the 1 minute, I would like to at least see us come back test this previous week EQ. And I also like this 200 simple moving average coming at about 55,914. Try not to chase price. That's how you lose money. Try to let price come to you. Find some set levels you'd like. Support resistance flip levels. This will be a nice one here coming off of the top of this guy. So 55.7. And I bet that's a decent fib level if we pulled a fib from here. Let's take a look-see. I'll go off that guy and exclude that one wick. Yeah, so that's the 0.5 fib and that support resistance flip. That will be the U.S. Open, I think, roughly speaking. We came back down, and also, by the way, this was the daily open, so this was the perfect spot to be DCAing into a long, especially after you confirmed it was going to hold with this back test. So sadly, I wasn't paying attention. And that's what we need to look for here locally is what do we see? You have some levels here mitigated. So far, you're just bouncing off the value area low. You're taking liquidity. So in my opinion, if this comes back down and taps the monthly VWAP here in the near term, holds, grab some of this little bit of liquidity we've got down here. You've got about 670 Bitcoin sitting there in longs. It'll run higher. And then same thing, if it SFPs this high and gets above 56.7, it could SFP and come back down. So this is really much a chop zone. So if you're uncomfortable trading ranges, you kind of want to avoid those. But this is no different than anything else, right? Up, down, up, down, up, down, right? Back up, big down. I had a nice 40% move there. I was actually in the short there, closed it out, and then literally got stopped out with this massive 1 minute candle wick back up. More down here, more back up, down, up. So it's just a revolver here, right? So, but see how we're kind of climbing as we're going. So that's something that kind of makes me believe that we may be leading more bullish than bearish at the moment. I've been more bullish in larger time frames, so that wouldn't surprise me that we're consolidating for a push higher. And also go to the 5 minute if you're unsure what you're looking at. We did have bearish break in market structure, but we didn't really have much of a close, right? Maybe on the 2 minute. Yeah, 2 minute, a nice close. So use the rolling tool, figure this out for the path, right? Up, down, up. You broke. You came back down, you broke again bearishly. Back up, still bearish. Still bearish. Definitely bearish. Really haven't broken much higher, right? Bearish still seeing bearish, right? So, but I will say the only but is it's starting to curve. So, but you also have decreasing volume. So this is whales pushing things around, and also too, money flow is kind of stagnant / gone. So, levels I'm watching. Let me zoom out a little bit for you in the 15. Move over to MEXC for you. I think I have levels there. Yeah. So I'm looking for a rejection up here at 56.976-ish. Also 57.2, 57.617, and 57.824. And then up here you got a bunch more. 59s, the upper 59s, low 60s. Get above that, we're going to be Rocket City. So going back out to a larger time frame for the little wrap up here. You switch charts again. Let's go to one I don't use as often. Get rid of these. So we still have value area low to get back above on the larger range. In the grand scheme of things, about 60,300. Get back above that, we're bullish. Until then, we're still bearish. So it's an accumulation phase down here at this point in time. We did tap some more liquidity boxes down here on this little tiny wick. As you can see with the 200 simple moving average from the daily was tapped. Other than that, nothing else I can tell you. Alts are doing much better than Bitcoin. They're starting to run really hard. So if you're going to be trading anything, I'd be trading alts at this point in time. And we can kind of go from there. All right, guys. Nothing to say is financial advice. Best of luck. You want to find me, have the Crypto Blackwall on Twitter and the Blockguard Discord. And if you need help on some private coaching, I have the Patreon account up. and running. I currently have one person in there, and you will get some more one-on-one attention of mine. If you want to know what indicators I'm using, questions on market structure, little silly stuff, you need someone to pay attention and kind of help sort out what you're doing wrong, maybe psychology, being that's what I do, and more or less the sports medicine realm is figuring out the behavior patterns of the average person. It very much applies to trading. So you want to leave emotions out of things. So I will talk to you soon, guys. Thanks.